Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Hey, Embracing Arms community, this is Dr. Danielle Hairston coming back to you with another 5-minute quickie for your best life. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about gossip. I'm actually going to be hosting a show in May, The Moth in May, and the theme of the storytelling slam/show is on gossip. And I was like, oh, I think I'm going to like this one. And I'm always preparing ahead of time, like what are some of the pieces, and I'm going to weave into the show throughout the night, because I'm really big on not only people having an experience, but also walking away with some new knowledge about something. Because my mother used to always say every person that you'll ever meet in your entire life is going to know at least one thing that you don't know. And so while maybe some of the pearls that I'll drop is understood and known by some, not everyone will know those pearls. And so my job is to make sure that you learn something, you hear something new, and you feel something different when you walk away. So anyway, the theme is gossip, and I'm like thinking about like gossip, and I'm thinking about the different types of gossip that maybe I was involved in, or maybe it was about me, or maybe that I heard, and maybe gossip that may have impacted people negatively, or maybe even impacted people positively, because not all gossip is bad gossip. I think just the negative connotation associated with the word gossip makes people cringe a little bit, like, and so it just made me think about like gossip. Like, have I been engaged in gossip that has impacted negatively someone's life? And what type of gossip spread about me? Or what type of gossip that I heard that didn't seem true, that actually came true? And so one of the things that I remember, I started working at this, higher education agency, and my mentor had told me, listen, when you get there, there's a person there that I want you to connect with, and I want you to be mentored by. That this person is really grounded in the research that you're interested in, well respected, and I want you to connect with this person. And I said, great, no problem. I know this name. I remember citing this name in some of my research, and I'm like, that would be an honor to be able to connect with this person. And so through email, I did the initial communication. And I'm like, okay, this is great. I'll get to have lunch with this person. And, I got a response, and the date was set, and then it ended up being canceled because of their travel schedule. And I was like, okay, fine. I'll just keep following up and until I get a date. And so had not been able to connect. We were just missing each other, and a friend of mine knew this person very well. So the next event that I went to, the big event that I went to in the city, this potential mentor was there, and my friend was like, hey, let me formally do the introduction. And I did, and I walked up to this individual and extended my hand to introduce myself. And the look that this person gave me, I had to look behind me like, well, like, is she looking at me? And I'm like, hi, it's good to meet you. We've been exchanging emails. I'm, just wanted to formally introduce myself, put a face with a name, and, find out if there's a time that we can actually connect. And she literally looked at me from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet, didn't speak a word, gave me like the fingertip kind of shake. And I was like, ooh, armpit check, breath check type. What just happened here? Now, at that moment, my friend, who's a really good friend of this person, she walked away. So she had not seen this interaction. But it was so intense for me that I paused and was like, all right, maybe this is not the conversation I need to be in. And so I kind of walked away and left it alone. Didn't understand what just happened in that space. And then months later, I just happened to be at a dinner party, and another young lady was at the table who was relocating, and she was talking about her experience being at the institution, and that there was one particular person that she met that was very cold towards her, and another African American female, and kind of gossiping about it. And I was curious at that point. Like, I didn't want to engage in the gossip, but I was curious if this person was talking about the same person. So I'm like, I'm wondering who you're talking about. And so I pulled her aside as to not to, inflame the gossip in that space. And I asked her who was she referenced, and she was a little hesitant to tell me. And I said, well, I'm going to give you some initials and you tell me if they match. And I did, they matched. And I was like, girl, I thought it was just me. I thought it was something I was wearing and smelling. I don't know. And then I just kind of started to pause, like think about, like, why is this happening? Maybe it's just a female thing. Maybe there's this disconnect between women, African American women in this space. I don't know. I didn't want to make assumptions. I definitely kind of just wanted to process. And so just a couple weeks ago, I was having a meeting with a male, and we were just having conversations about how can we connect with different people on at the institution to help us move this agenda that we were trying to put together. And that particular person's name came up, and he was like, you know what? I've had the weirdest interaction with this person. So now I'm thinking, okay, this is not just, I'm making this thing up, and this is not just gossip. This is real, right? At first I thought maybe it was a female thing. Well, no, it's not. And then I'm thinking maybe it's just another black person. Like, maybe, although this person's African American, or identifies African American, maybe they just have an issue with other African American scholars. I don't know, but it was just interesting. And I don't talk about it with other people. I don't spread gossip. I don't inflame the flames. Like, I don't do that. But now that I'm curious, I want to talk to this person now. I want to have a conversation with this person, because I don't want the gossip to be that this person is just not a friendly individual. This person does not support other African American scholars. This person is just just have bad energy, because I've watched this person in the community navigate spaces, and people actually love her. And so what is it about the people that she works with, the African American individuals that she works with, that gives her pause? And is that the case? Is it just we've experienced it, or are there other people in the community? But I'm curious. I want to have this conversation, with her face to face, just to dispel any rumors and any gossip, so that I can have a better understanding. Now, it may not happen, but this is just my way of squelching any gossip or rumors that may be misaligned with the truth. And so that was just something that came to mind. I wanted to share, and I'm wondering, what experience have you had with gossip? Have you been the perpetrator of gossip? Have you been the subject of the gossip? And how did you squelch that? Did you address it? And if you didn't address it, why have you not addressed it? So anyway, that's just my 8-minute quickie for you, heavy on my mind. Like, comments below, subscribe, tell a friend, and go out in the community and embrace someone. They are waiting for you. And until then, continue to live your absolute best life.
This
We're
house.
chillin', having our fun.
Yeah.
Come spend